What was that? What in the hell was that? This is not hyperbole. This is not an exaggeration. I am not saying this to be inflammatory. I am 100% serious. On a professional level, or in the case of the WNBA, a semi-professional level, the Chicago Bravado are one of, if not, the worst team I have ever seen. I have been watching professional basketball for decades. This is easily one of the worst teams I've ever seen. Now, that does not mean the Bravado don't have good players. Camila Cardosa, good player. Courtney Vandersloot, who I hope recovers quickly from her injury. Vanderpump is a good player. Haley Van Lith, she's okay. Seems to be going through a bit of an adjustment period, but overall, as a collective, this team sucks. The Chicago Bravado suck. One thing I've noticed in all my years watching professional basketball, big stars step up in big moments. We saw this Thursday night in Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Tyrese Halliburton struggled for damn near 48 minutes. After the game, he admitted that he was nervous throughout the first half. But in the final seconds of the game, when it mattered most, Tyrese Halliburton stepped up. He's done that consistently throughout the postseason. If I say Jordan Game 6, everyone who was alive and cognizant during the 90s knows exactly what I'm talking about. Reggie Miller against the Knicks, Kobe Bryant throughout his career. Hell, Robert Horry wasn't even a star player, but when the game was on the line, you knew you could rely on Big Shot Bob. Dame Lillard, Jalen Brunson. There are countless examples of big stars showing up in big moments. Now, that does not mean they always have a great game. Even the greatest players circle the pooper at some point. But most of the time, you are relying on your stars to step up and carry the team when it matters most. Last night was somewhat of a big moment for Angel Reese and the Chicago Bravado. For starters, the WNBA moved the game out of the local dump the Bravado usually play in and relocated to the United Center, which is the largest arena in the NBA, holding over 20,000 people. Now, to their credit, there seemed to be a good crowd in the United Center last night. I had someone who was at the game send me a few pictures, and most sections seemed to be filled. It wasn't a sellout, but there was supposedly over 19,000 people in attendance. Of course, it's easier to draw a decent crowd when tickets are selling for $3 hours before the game starts. But either way, 19,000 people still came out to support the Indiana Felines. Well, Casey, don't you mean they supported the Chicago Bravado? The Felines were on the road. No, I mean they supported the Felines. There was hardly anyone in the building supporting the Bravado, and it's not hard to figure out why. They stink. This was also a big moment for Angel Reese and the Bravado because the game was broadcast on CBS in prime time. I know there have been pretend basketball games on CBS before, but I don't think there have been very many in prime time. Matter of fact, this might have been the first WNBA game broadcast on CBS in prime time. If it's not the first, it's one of very few. This was a big moment. I'm sure the WNBA would call it historic. Angel Reese is playing in an NBA arena in prime time on network television on Saturday night. Outside of regular season baseball, maybe the College World Series, there was no competition on television. The eyes of the sports world were focused on Angel Reese and the WNBA. And Angel Reese once again proved why no one is watching her. Angel Reese once again proves she is nowhere near Caitlin Clark's level. Her performance was absolutely horrific. Make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at KC_BTL84. Link to the second channel is in the description below. Yesterday on the second channel, talked about the record low ratings for Game 1 of the NBA Finals. I explain why the ratings are not concerning and why ratings are not the primary focus of this series. So if you haven't already, click the link in the description and subscribe to the second channel. Without Caitlin Clark, who many rightfully believe is one of the best players in the WNBA, without Caitlin Clark, the Indiana Felines came into Chicago and once again emasculated the Bravado. Final score, 79-52. And believe me when I tell you, it wasn't even that close. This ass whooping was much worse than the 27-point differential in the final score. The Bravado didn't have a single quarter where they scored over 15 points. There wasn't a single player who scored double digits. Camila Cardoso was the leading scorer on the Bravado, 8 points. Obviously, Angel Reese was absolutely atrocious. 4 points in 27 minutes, along with 12 rebounds. The media likes to make a big deal about Angel Reese dominating the boards, but that's because it's the only thing she can do. Outside of rebounding and converting oxygen to carbon dioxide, Angel Reese is useless on the basketball court. Normally, I don't like plus minus as an indicator of a player's performance. There's a lot of times when a player performs well and doesn't show in plus minus because the team underperformed. But last night, the plus minus was accurate. Angel Reese was minus 20, which means the Bravado were outscored by 20 points when she was on the court. I watched the game last night. I went into this with an open mind. With Caitlin Clark out with injury, I was expecting Angel Reese to steal the show. I wanted her to prove me wrong. I wanted Angel Reese to shut me up. Stop talking, stop twerking, stop telling everyone how great you are, and show it. Unfortunately, the performance last night from Angel Reese, it was exactly what I expected. Watch some of it for yourself.
Anderson in and out, dribble lost, Colson Reese to the rim, can't get it.
This is your star? This is your best player? To her credit, it was nice to see Angel Reese reveal her latest move. It's nice to see that she's finally taking pretend basketball seriously and has been working on her game. I really like that 3-step drop to create space for a layup. Most of us call that traveling, but in the WNBA, it's referred to as elite athleticism. I've been hearing reports, and I don't know if this is true or not. I'm just telling you what I've been told. Angel Reese could potentially demand to be traded by the Bravado. Honestly, it would not surprise me. For starters, if I'm the Chicago Bravado, I would be doing everything I can to get rid of her. I'd trade Angel Reese for second-class seats on the Greyhound bus. I'd trade Angel Reese for a Dodge Dart with no tires. I have watched the Bravado 3 times this season. This does not look like a team. There is no cohesion. There's no chemistry. I would imagine there's probably tension in the locker room. It looks like a team that is dealing with problems off the court. If I had to guess, some of the good players on the Bravado, they might be pissed off that Angel Reese gets all the attention while producing absolutely nothing, and the good players are being overlooked. Stars are always going to get the bulk of the attention, but it's fine if the star is producing, performing. It's fine if the star is carrying the team, carrying the responsibility that comes along with being a star. Angel Reese is doing none of that. Her lonely male followers on social media, they are demanding that Angel Reese be traded. This team sucks. Our Angel is the best player in the league. Her career is being wasted with the Bravado. That's not how it works. When you're the star player, it is your responsibility, the expectation, that you elevate the team. Last year, they blamed Teresa Weatherspoon. This year, they're blaming the organization and the players around her. At some point, lonely men who follow Angel Reese, they're going to have to embrace reality. And the reality is, she's just not a good basketball player. I don't know if Angel Reese wants to be a basketball player. I don't know if she's 100% committed. To me, it seems like she would rather be a celebrity. She's attending the Met Gala. She's attending other doofus Hollywood events, making cameos and rap videos. She's hosting that painfully boring podcast. All of that would be fine if she was producing on the court. She's not. She was awful last year, and this year, Angel Reese has somehow managed to become significantly worse. And it damn sure doesn't help that the media and the WNBA, they try to shield Angel Reese from criticism. It is damn near illegal to criticize Angel Reese. It's against the rules. Luckily, Uncle KC has never been a follower of useless rules. It is not the coach's fault that the Bravado are one of the worst teams in the league. It's not Camila Cardosa. It's not Courtney Vanderpump. It's not Haley Van Winkle. It's not the mythical racism that Angel Reese pretends to be dealing with. The Chicago Bravado are a flaming ass fire because their so-called best player is one of the worst players in the league. I would not be surprised if Angel Reese is out of the WNBA in the next 3 years. Hell, I would not be surprised if she was out of the starting lineup next week. I doubt that happens because of the potential backlash, but I would not be surprised by it. Angel Reese is shooting 31% from the field, averaging 4 turnovers a game. I have yet to see a single example of Angel Reese being a leader. Outside of rebounding her own missed layups, what does Angel Reese do? What is her contribution? You tell me, because I'm not seeing it. I know I'm harsh on Angel Reese, but she considers herself a star. If you're going to call yourself a star, I expect you to perform like a star, especially in big moments. Caitlin Clark was injured. Angel Reese was the only star on the court last night. And for 27 minutes, she completely disappeared. Sound off in the comments below. I'll see you guys later.